Welcome back to High Stakes. Today, we will be discussing the following MLB matches that is happening on Friday, August 25, 2023. We will be providing our team, total and prop picks for the day. Before we get started, please remember to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our videos. If you want access to our premium picks, you can check out our Patreon page. You can find the link to our Patreon page in the description and comments section below. St. Louis Cardinals vs Philadelphia Phillies. Give me Philadelphia with a money line. And here is why. Christopher Sanchez is currently experiencing a standout year on the pitcher's mound for the Philadelphia team. Remarkably, he has surrendered more than 3 runs in just 1 out of his 12 starts throughout this season. He has consistently maintained the Phillies' competitiveness in nearly all the games he has participated in, and I hold the expectation that he will continue to do so when facing the Cardinals on Friday. With 3 victories secured in their most recent 4 games, the Phillies are riding a wave of success as they strive for a spot in the playoffs. Conversely, the Cardinals find themselves in a position where their motivations to play have diminished. Presently, the Phillies boast an impressive track record of 10 wins out of their last 14 home games, contributing to their commendable overall record of 36-24 at Citizens Bank Park this season. In contrast, the Cardinals have demonstrated a 27-35 performance on the road and have faced setbacks in 3 of their previous 4 games played away from Busch Stadium. Yet, the key factor for me revolves around the outstanding performances of Trea Turner and Bryce Harper within the Philadelphia lineup. Turner has recently reached a new level in his game, showcasing a notable .347 batting average over the past month. Harper, on the other hand, has displayed exceptional prowess in the past week, making him one of the hottest players in the baseball scene. Furthermore, Harper has achieved a 5-for-12.417 record against Miles McCollough, including 2 home runs, throughout his career. Anticipate these 2 exceptional players, Turner and Harper, to lead the way for the Phillies in Friday's match. I'm siding with the over for our total pick, and here is why. The Phillies have been giving Christopher Suarez a lot of run support recently, averaging 11.3 runs per game in the last 3 games he's started. The over has hit in 5 of the last 7 games overall for Philadelphia, and the resurgence of Turner and the elite play of Harper have a lot to do with it. According to the splits, Suarez has performed much better on the road this season than he has at Citizens Bank Park. His ERA at home this season is 4.36 compared to just 1.29 on the road. This should open the door for the Cardinals to generate some offense. Both of these teams rank inside the top 10 of the MLB in terms of batting average, on-base percentage, slugging percentage and ops. There should be plenty of opportunities to drive in runs. The expected return of Nolan Gorman and his 24 home runs to the lineup on Friday for St. Louis doesn't hurt either. Colorado Rockies vs Baltimore Orioles. Go with the Baltimore Orioles to cover the run line in their own building. And here is why. The Baltimore Orioles have been a good offensive team throughout the year as they are 11th in MLB with a .743 team ops while scoring 4.94 runs per game thus far. The Orioles have been decent at home as they have a .255, .319, .425 team slash line with averaging 4.54 runs during their 61 home games. Right fielder Anthony Santander has been hitting pretty well with a .797 ops with 23 homers, 67 RBIs, 62 runs scored, and 3 stolen bases on 4 attempts. Cole Irvin has been brutal this season when looking at his baseball saving page, as he is in the 3rd percentile in XSLG. Irvin also has a 5-pitch arsenal with each one of his pitches being thrown 13.7% of the time or more. He faced the Rockies once in 2021 as a member of the Oakland Athletics and won by throwing 6 innings and allowed 1 run on 6 hits with 1 walk and 5 strikeouts. There is a difference with these pitchers since the All-Star break, as Kyle Freeland is 1-3 with a 6.23 ERA and a 1.58 WHIP in 5 starts, while Cole Irvin is 0-0 with a 3.10 ERA and a 1.18 WHIP in 8 games, 2 starts. These bullpens have been on 2 completely different levels throughout the season, as Baltimore is 6th in the majors with a 3.58 reliever ERA, while Colorado is 28th with a 5.17 bullpen ERA this season. Go with over 9 runs in this game as a total pick, and here is why. When looking at the home road splits this season, these starters are not doing well, as Kyle Freeland is 1-9 with a 5.40 ERA and a .302 opposing batting average in 11 road games, while Cole Irvin is 1-1 with a 5.52 ERA and a .283 batting average against in 9 home games, 5 starts. These offenses have been clicking in the last few weeks, as Colorado is averaging 5.08 runs in their previous 13 games, while Baltimore is scoring 5 runs in their last 12 games. Cleveland Guardians vs Toronto Blue Jays. Our team pick is Toronto. And here is why. The Toronto Blue Jays have shown off all types of potential this season, but with the AL West seemingly taking over the wild card race, they now find themselves 1.5 games out of the final playoff spot after a 5-5 record over their past 10 games. In their past 18 games played against teams with a losing record, the Jays have a solid 12-6 mark, as well as being 18-6 in their 24 games against the AL Central in 2023, and with a big must-win series this weekend, they'll be bringing their best into this one. Taking the mound for Toronto will be veteran right-hander Chris Bassitt, who has thrived in his first season as a Blue Jay, posting a 12-6 record with a 3.92 ERA, and after years of having an incredible lineup, Bassitt is leading the way for a stacked rotation. In his last 10 outings, he's continued his solid season, allowing just 21 earned runs through 59 innings of work, and if that continues, this is a team that has a fantastic shot at a playoff berth in 2023. Both of these teams still have plenty to play for down the stretch, and after a 2-2 record in their 4 games set earlier in the season, this one is bound to be just as tight over this weekend in what should be a blockbuster series. First thing first is Friday's matchup, and with a better lineup, better pitching and the momentum of 5 wins in their past 9 games, as well as home field advantage, all things are pointing towards a major victory for the Jays to pull within 1 game of the AL wild card race. Our total pick is under 8.5 runs. And here is why. Well, these lineups have more than enough firepower to put up runs in a hurry. It's the 2 pitching units that lead the way for these talented teams, and with the under sitting at 7-3 in their past 10 head-to-head meetings, their recent 4-game series saw 13 runs scored combined. Expect the pitching to thrive yet again. For the Guardians, the under is 6-4 in their past 10 overall games, and for the Blue Jays, the under sits at 5-5 over that stretch, and with 2 pitchers in this one, combining for an ERA under 6.5 on the season, this should be another fun pitchers duel after 2-1-0 games in their last series. Los Angeles Angels vs New York Mets. Take the Mets to cover. And here is why. On Friday, the Mets will start Kodai Senga. The right-handed pitcher is 10-6 this season with an ERA of 3.19. He has started 23 times this season, with his last outing coming against the Cardinals on Saturday, August 19th. Senga pitched 7 innings and allowed 1 earned run. He also struck out 5 batters in the victory. He has an ERA of 2.63 during home games. He also has an ERA of 2.88 during night games. Senga has started 4 games this month. He has an ERA of 3.28 during this stretch. Since the All-Star break, he has an ERA of 2.93. The Mets have 3 straight games when Senga has started. The Mets are 14-9 this season when he has started. They are also 7-5 when he starts at home. The Mets are hitting .238 from the plate this season, which ranks 7th worst in baseball. They rank 18th in runs scored, and they have collected the 6th fewest amount of hits. They have also hit the 2nd fewest amount of doubles. New York has also accumulated the 10th most amount of home runs. They are hitting .229 from the plate during home games. They are also hitting .229 from the plate since the All-Star break. They are hitting .233 during the month of August and .225 against the American League. The key factor for this game on Friday night is the efficiency of Senga. He has an ERA of 2.93 since the All-Star break. He has been dominating opposing teams as the Mets have won his last 3 starts. The Angels have struggled recently as they have lost 4 straight games, and Ohtani suffered an injury to his throwing arm. Both teams have heavily underachieved this season, but in this game, the Mets should take the win on the back of Senga and their offense as of late. New York Does have the 10th most home runs, and the Angels pitching staff has allowed the 7th most homers. Our total pick is the over on Friday. And here is why. The offense has been moving for both teams recently. The Angels' offense in this game should do enough to put up 3 or 4 runs in this game, even through Senga is pitching. The Mets' offense has been cruising over the past couple weeks. The Mets' combined score has reached 9 runs or more in 3 of their last 5 games entering Friday night. The Angels' total has reached over 9 runs or more in 5 of their last 6 games.